And now for your starting lineups. Starting tonight for the Monarchs, at guard, number 1, Jillian Peterson. At guard, number 15, Melissa DeOlio.
Welcome you to Buena Vista on the night
At guard, number 22, Anissa
USA South
Irizarry.
women's basketball continues. As the host tonight take on the Monarchs of Methodist University. Hello everybody, Chris Lyle, alongside my good friend Mark Devlin, to bring you all the action of today's game. Mark, two evenly matched teams. Rough start to the season for both of these squads. A lot of energy right now in this act.
Yeah, absolutely. These two teams, SVU has had a better start to the season than Methodist, but these two teams, when they face each other, tend to have really close battles. Last time they faced each other in February, Methodist actually blew out SVU. Time before that, last season, SVU won by just 4 points. So a really close matchup between these two teams. They like to play each other, and with the start of Thanksgiving break here at SVU, there's hardly anyone in the stands. So the best time for Methodist for them to come into the barn.
Hardest place to play in the USA South. Made a little easier. All students getting ready to go home and enjoy a big
Santa Clarita, California, number 30, Ruth Kepler.
Turn our attention to this game. Son of Virginia Methodist, Son of Virginia 2-2 so far.
Number 32,
Methodist 0-3.
Yeah, that was a really close game. Much else goes different, and Methodist wins that game and gets their first win of the season. So definitely not a team that is just a pushover, even though they're winless to start the season. They definitely have a lot of heart, a lot of energy, and can keep in games when they're fighting hard.
This is the opening start to USA South basketball. All teams 0-0 in conference play right now. We'll keep you obviously updated to all those games going on around the USA South as the day goes on and as the year goes on as well. But here at the Stoddard Activity Center in Knight Arena, Southern Virginia versus the Monarchs of Methodist. Tipping off for the Knights, number 30, Ruth Kempler, and for the Monarchs, number 41, Rebecca McGockney. Play is underway, and Southern Virginia will start with it. Abigail Snyder, first half, gives it up to Kempler. Kempler's quick shot, quick two for the Knights.
And that is a quick start going to one of your best players right off the bat. Kempler's the SVU's leading scorer so far throughout the season, averaging 15.3 points. And right there, immediately trying to get her involved in the action.
Quick shot up for Methodist. That one's no good. And when you talk about Ruth Kempler, she was the leading scorer last year, too. So really picking up where she left off from 2023. When we take a look at this Methodist squad, they lost a lot of players from last year. Again, trying to find their footing this year, but a lot of notable players wearing the yellow today.
The notable players here is number 1, Kaylin Grullen. She's been averaging 13 points, 4.5 rebounds. She's been shooting 77% from the field. So she has been the offensive weapon for Methodist so far this year.
The shot went up from Peterson. It's rebounded and brought down by Kylie Hicks. Methodist working the ball around. Quick drive in, shot from the corner. That one's good. First two of the day for the Monarchs. Melissa DeOlio.
And speaking of key players for Methodist, Melissa DeOlio, she's been extremely good. She's been a good 3-and-D player for Methodist so far in the season, averaging 2 steals and 2.7 assists so far in the season.
Easy drive in, that time by Addison Newman. Shot goes up, excellent defensive work by Kempler. And Snyder brings it up the court. Snyder decides to shoot it herself. That one's good.
And right there, she got her defender to pump on that fake and transition. So she just got right in stride for an easy 2 right there.
We were talking before the game about Southern Virginia's number 11, Abigail Snyder, how she's one of the key players for the SVU squad this year.
Yeah, Kempler may be the leading scorer, but Snyder has been the all-around presence that SVU has needed. She's good. She's been a good rebounder, good passer. She's 3 steals per game so far in the season. She's shooting the ball well. She's averaging 13.8 points.
Snyder grabbed the rebound, passed it into Kempler. Kempler with the travel, it'll go the other way. Still 6-2, Southern Virginia leading here in the opening stanza. And Mark, we've talked about this Southern Virginia squad. Obviously, USA South champs last year. Big shoes to fill. What should we expect this year from the Southern Virginia Knights?
With the slow start, it might give you the wrong impression that this team will be less than what they were last year. But really expect them to get back into their groove as the season goes on, and to be putting up performances like they were to win that championship last season.
We talk about Southern Virginia's quote-unquote slow start, 2-2 so far this season. And the games that they've lost have been close games against good teams. Back November 11th, that was a Monday. They faced off against number 7, Washington and Lee. Only lost that game by single digits, 61-69 in Lexington. Yeah,
and a big reason for that slow start is the three-point shooting is not keeping up. SVU shooting just 19% so far on the season from three, so definitely needs it.
That is definitely a trend that can only go up for this Southern Virginia squad. Notable three-point shooters on the court for them at all times. We'll get to see one of them taking the ball at the court right now. Number 1, Maria Savoon. Ball looked to be stripped away from Kempler. There will be a foul call on the Monarchs.
Foul called on number 23.
Off-ball foul on Kylie Hicks. The senior picks up her first and team's first. In the Southern Virginia's last home game, we saw a lot of whistles. I heard a lot of whistles being blown, a lot of fouls called in that last game.
Yeah, that was an interesting one because they pretty much all came in the second quarter and then in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. It was a really weird game. Other than that, it was pretty foul-free, but just those times, second quarter and end of the fourth. So we'll see if that's similar here.
Of course, Southern Virginia's last time out here in Knight Arena. They picked up a win against the Wildcats of Randolph. That was way back last week, November 16th.
Abby Snyder to the line,
55-48. Since then, they went to Greensboro, face off against Guilford. Tough night against Guilford, looking to turn the tides here. Snyder at the line. That one rattles out.
And free throw shooting was a key part of their win against Randolph College last time here in the barn. So we'll see if that miss is indicative of what will happen today, or if that make is indicative of what will happen today.
Splits free throws, does Abigail Snyder. Extends the Southern Virginia lead by 5. Tough defense by Savoon, but an opportunity now for the Monarchs. Strong work down low, Rebecca McGuffney. Southern Virginia playing fast, way up court. Aisha Foster.
And that was a brilliant pass there from Maria Savoon, showing why she's one of the leading assisters in the USA South so far to start this young season.
Foster now forced to play defense down there. Taken away, that time by Snyder. Errant pass coming from Jillian Peterson. Savoon finds Kempler. Kempler looks for Foster, goes all the way back out to Snyder. Shot clock winding down, deep three from Savoon.
That was the best defensive possession we've seen from the Monarchs today. For about half that shot clock, SVU was behind the three-point line.
Quick drive and pop, and an easy 2 for Methodist. Drive in from the Knights, looked inside for Kempler, taken away by a Monarch. Monarchs on the fast break. That one's good for 2. Anissa Irizarry, senior from Durham, North Carolina.
And this is the huge thing that in their last matchup swept the tables in the side of the Monarchs. Was the turnover disparity was 30 SVU turnovers to only 11 for Methodist. So that huge turnover discrepancy is already starting to rear its head here in this game. I believe that is SVU's 5th turnover.
Well, that is
right there.
That has plagued this team throughout last year, and it seems to be a little through this year. turnover there by Kempler. Still 9-8. Southern Virginia still leading. 4:29 left to go here in the first quarter. But Southern Virginia has still always found a way to win despite that turnover margin. Just a matter of fewer or less turnovers, hold on to the ball, and they're blowing teams out at that point.
Absolutely. I mean, SVU's averaging 22 turnovers per game so far this season, which isn't great, but it's about where they were last year. And obviously, if you're at where you are last year, you're winning the USA South. So if they can make that an improvement or just keep up that level and not have games where you go above maybe 20, 22, you're going to be looking good if you're SVU.
And you have to think, your head coach, Lynette Schroeder, of the Southern Virginia Knights squad. Your team won the USA South, like you said, despite their turnover differential. You always have something to coach in practice and just making your passes, but you have to think a little part of it might that you be driving her nuts.
Oh, absolutely. That's kind of the thing with basketball is that sometimes you just have to find the right click, and then things start working. But until that does, it's just hitting your head against the wall trying to get things to work.
Great place to be in, to have things to improve on, yet still winning. Southern Virginia plays defense. Savoon. Snyder reached for it. Methodist moving the ball around. Quick three. That one off the front iron, rebounded by the Monarchs. Irizarry's drive. Good defensive work inside by Southern Virginia's Haley Page. Saw Methodist looking inside for Eva McRae, 6-foot freshman from Lillington, North Carolina. Well, that one will go out of bounds. As the Methodist player just slipped, Southern Virginia takes back over. Snyder with it. Snyder's guarded by Kaylee Grulon. Kempler guarded by McRae. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Southern Virginia's got to make something happen. Kempler inside. Gets the foul and one.
Kempler for the Knights.
And that was just a really good contorting layup going around the contact and just playing through it. That's playing through the contact through and through. Great play there by Kempler.
Checking in for the Knights. With Kempler to the line, shooting
Couple new
one.
faces coming in for Southern Virginia. Camilla Norton makes her way into the game. She's joined by Aisha Canty. Canty, junior from Sanford, Colorado. That one rattles out again. Southern Virginia. Last couple trips to the free throw line, not getting both to count. That three from McRae, that one's off the front iron. Rebound picked up by Kempler. Newman inside, good drive in from Page, just didn't have the finish. Brulon. Brulon was guarded by Addison Newman. Newman will pick up the foul.
Addie Newman, her first.
Newman's first, team's first today.
And that's kind of been, 3 out of the 4 fouls have kind of been those type of fouls coming on the closeout, quick fouls like that. So refs definitely looking at that today to be the thing to call around.
McRae dumps it inside, back outside to McRae. Diolio looked inside for McRae. Foul call inside against Ruth Kempler.
Foul call on Ruth Kempler.
That'll be an interesting battle to watch all night. The battle between junior Ruth Kempler and freshman Eva McRae.
Yeah, they're 2 very big players who can certainly make their presence known and felt in the paint.
McRae gets the better of Kempler on that one. Kempler heads to the bench. He picks up her first foul. Drive inside for Methodist and swarmed on by the Knights. Jump ball, possession arrow is with the Monarchs, so it'll stay down here. Good defensive work there by the Southern Junior Knights. In for Ruth Kempler, of course. Number 32, Aisha Foster. 3 ball. That one wide. Rebound picked up by McRae. Needs to shoot it. Shot clock violation. That ball didn't hit the rim.
And that's an unfortunate break. You do the effort of getting that offensive rebound, but just not a great shot there, not hitting the rim. So you got to like what you're seeing from Methodist, though, the effort that they're putting in on that offensive glass. I believe if that had hit the rim, that would have counted as their third offensive board. So doing great here in the early going, putting that effort on the boards.
Drive in, excellent drive. Aisha Foster.
And that's been SVU's key today. They haven't shot many threes. They've just drived it and gotten good layups there at the rim.
Quick shot, blue lawn. Well fought for, and won by Methodist. Talk about the offensive rebounding. Chalk up another one right there. Rights inside. Foster.
Foster.
Taken away by the Knights. Here comes Paige. Paige with a layup. Doesn't pick up the bucket, but picks up the foul. Headed to the line to shoot 2.
And that's a hard play to defend right there. You have another SVU Knight you have to defend against to get that passing lane. And so you have to keep moving, but if you're keeping moving, you can't go up against your against the offensive player, because that'll lead to 2 free throws there for SVU.
Newman out, Snyder in. Mark, you mentioned it just a second ago. Well, this is kind of a new look offense from the Knights. Not a whole lot of threes.
Yeah, through so far in this season, they've hoisted more threes than any other team in the USA South, and not by a small margin either. They're the only team in triple-digit attempts. But so far, I don't think they've attempted 1 3-pointer so far in the game. Maybe they've attempted 1 or 2. Let me check.
They've only attempted 1, and it was that last-second heave by Savoon with a waning shot clock.
Yeah, so it's been really interesting to see the commitment to getting inside, to not just the effectiveness, but the commitment of constantly pushing it in, getting layups, and getting those points there.
Definitely has been effective as Southern Virginia with a 7-point lead over top of the Monarchs, 17-10. Minute 20 left to go here in this first quarter. That one's taken away by Newman. It'll go out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Knights. Southern Virginia forcing another steal.
And that'll be critical, because to narrow that turnover deficit right there, if that turnover deficit is just barely in favor of Methodist or in favor of SVU, SVU has a really strong shot at winning this game.
That steal will belong to Aisha Canty. Canty with the ball now. Norton. Patterson. Snyder thought about it twice. Third time's a charm. That one just off. Good work again by Aisha Canty. She's been everywhere tonight.
Absolutely, and it's just SVU's defense has just been aggressive, trying to get the hand on the ball, creating these opportunities where that could have been a fast break opportunity for Methodist, but instead, turnover, SVU ball.
Southern Virginia forces the jump ball. They have possession arrows, so Snyder will inbound. Foster to Patterson, back to Snyder, working around that shot by Canty. That one just too strong. Only the second Southern Virginia 3-point attempt, and you could call it the first legitimate 3-point attempt from SVU. Another takeaway for the Knights. Here comes Norton. Snyder's guarded in the corner by Serenity Webb. Back to Canty. Snyder again. Shot just not enough on it. Coming from Aisha Foster. Final 5 seconds. Drive in for the Monarchs. Foul will be called. We'll see who it's against.
Foul called on Kim Norton.
It'll go against Southern Virginia's number 0, Camilla Norton. Her first of the day. Southern Virginia's third of the afternoon. It'll send Kylie Hicks to the foul line. Kylie Hicks, 5'9" senior from Wiley, Texas.
And it's interesting to see the pace these teams are playing with. The last game we saw for SVU here in the barn against Randolph College was a very slow defensive minded game.
They'll call a foul, see who it's against. It'll go against Methodist number 21, Ariana White. It was a good defensive rebound there from Michaela Patterson, and she was swarmed by a host of
Michaela Patterson to the line, shooting 2.
Southern Virginia finds herself in the bonus, which will send to junior Michaela Patterson to the line. That one off left. But a good opportunity for Southern Virginia to pick up at least one more point before heading in to the end of the first quarter. Patterson's second shot, that one falls. 7-point lead for the Knights, 18-11. Last second heave by the Monarchs.
At the end of the first quarter, your Knights lead 18-11.
First quarter, Southern Virginia leads 18-11 on a different look Southern Virginia Knights play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can just look at the field goal percentage and you know that something's different there. 58.3% shooting for SVU. They're 7 of 12 so far in the game. That's just because it's all come inside. It's all the things that they missed have been mid-range three-pointers. Everything they've made has been inside, and it's been a really effective day. Additionally, 4 of 7 from the line, so you missed those three shots, but they've had 5 more attempts and have gotten 3 more points from the line than Methodist. So those have been the big differences between the two teams.
Well, every basketball coach ever has said this phrase at least once. The closer you get to the basket, the higher percentage of the shot is. That seems to be Southern Virginia's game plan today. Get inside, high quality shots, high percentage shots. They've made them count so far today. We take a look at Methodist. Not the best offensive start they would like to have today, but they're still in this game.
Absolutely, and the key for them is that at one point it was SVU had attempted 9 shots, they had attempted 14. They're getting the offensive rebounds, they're getting shots up, it's just whether they're putting them in or not. And then once SVU started pulling away here at the end of that quarter, they started getting ahead of themselves offensively, started committing turnover after turnover. That differential, Methodist has 8 turnovers, SVU with 5. At one point it was 5-1. So SVU going on a defensive tear, but also Methodist getting ahead of themselves offensively, making bad passes and the like.
And all of those turnovers by the Methodists have been forced steals coming from the Southern Virginia Knights. SVU with 5 steals so far in today's game. Second quarter begins. Monarchs will inbound. It'll be Irizarry taking up the court, guarded by Savoon. Jillian Peterson. Shot goes up, tried to bank it, just wasn't there. Savoon to Newman. Snyder's 3. That one falls.
Snyder for 3.
And that was just an incredible action right there. They used Kempler to screen down, get Snyder wide open behind the three-point line. SVU's first make of the day, and only on their 3rd attempt. So great stuff there for SVU.
That is the first made 3 for either of these teams today. It belongs to Abigail Snyder. Monarchs drive inside, met strongly by Kempler. Defensive rebound picked up by Foster. Looked like Methodist wanted the foul, nothing given. They'll get it that time, though. That's another foul against Kempler.
Kempler, her second.
So an offensive foul for the junior.
Haley Page checking
her
in
second
for the Knights.
Kempler checks out of the game. Haley Page checks in.
And that's kind of the luxury of having a lead, is that you don't have to worry about Kempler being in foul trouble. You can go ahead and take her out, not worry about your team struggling so much where you get behind big with Kempler out.
Thought about working inside. McGockney gives it to Peterson. Peterson's drive. Hard foul inside. It'll be a charge. And Haley Page got all of that one.
Offensive foul call, number 1, Jillian Peterson.
And that was great offensive positioning right there and just taking it. That was Peterson with a full head of steam going to going to the rim. Just deciding to take that as a great one for your team.
Drawing the charge from Haley Page. Tough hit inside. Would have had a chance to say it was a block, but before Peterson even got there, lost control of the ball. Savoon, Southern Virginia working it around. Snyder. Snyder's drive up and under.
Snyder!
And I don't know how she didn't go out of bounds. Toeing the line there. Great play by Abigail Snyder.
Snyder today with 6 points. Abigail Snyder leading all scorers today with those 6. McDuck near the top of the key. Peterson. Peterson guarded by Snyder. Shot clock winding down. Floater, that one just off. So far in today's game, Peterson yet to hit a shot. Savoon's 3. Too strong. Offensive rebound to the Knights. Easy inside, Page.
Timeout, Methodist.
Miscommunication on the defensive side. Southern Virginia extends their lead, 25-11.
And that just shows the importance of good positioning on the offensive side. There's a reason you're in the spot that you are. And right there, Haley Page finding out the easy way why she's in that spot right there in the dunker spot. Easy pass inside on the miscommunication, and that extends SVU's lead to 14, which is the largest lead I'm pretty sure they've had all season so far.
That would make sense. Of course, that bucket not possible. Not for good offensive rebounding of Aisha Foster. Picking up another one there for Southern Virginia. Take a look at the stats here. Methodist still out rebounding the Knights, only 10-9. That has definitely shifted here in the last couple of minutes. During that first quarter, it was all Methodist on the board. Southern Virginia turned the tides here in the second quarter.
Absolutely. So far in the second quarter, 2.5 minutes in, SVU's gotten 3 rebounds. Methodist has yet to get 1. So SVU really coming into this quarter, I'm sure that was what Coach Schroeder was talking to him about, is saying, hey, we're doing really well here, but our weakness here so far in this game has been getting those boards, getting on there, putting forth the effort. One of the things I like to, that I feel about basketball is that it doesn't take skill to rebound. It takes effort. It takes a lot of it. So if you're willing to put in that effort for the rebounds, you're going to get them.
The best part is you take that heart and that effort. Of course, you can add a little bit of skill to it, and then you're just a force on the offensive, defensive boards.
Absolutely. Skill is nice. I didn't mean to say that that it takes no skill, but
it's a happy marriage between the two. 25-11. Southern Virginia still leading. Methodist looking to respond. Kicking outside to Peterson. Peterson's drive will get the foul call before the shot goes up. Staying here.
Foul call on Abby Snyder.
Southern Virginia, Abigail Snyder picks up her first of the afternoon.
And it's just that hand on that hip right there. Getting a little bit too much force there.
And even though Jillian Peterson for the Monarchs has yet to score in today's game, she's shown great ability to get inside and get good shots. Good work shot from the elbow. Rebound Knights.
And you talk about Peterson, she has been getting inside, but the help defense of the Knights has been really helping those who she's getting around. So never letting her get comfortable even when she gets inside.
Hustle play by Newman keeps it with the Knights. Savoon. Page's drive. Page's shot. That one's good.
Page.
And you got to really like, if you're SVU, then these Kempler-less minutes that you can have Haley Page just come in and almost match her stride for stride.
Shot goes up from Methodist. Nothing on that one. Rebound falls to Newman and the Knights. Haley Page, 4 points on today's game. Pass inside to Foster. Foster not able to get it to fall. Southern Virginia wanted a foul. Nothing called. Page picks it up. Savoon's 3. That one just off. Second chance effort. No second chance points, but a chance at the foul line for Abigail Snyder.
And that was an interesting possession, and you saw in that first one that Foster took the shot, and SVU, the fans wanted a foul there, is you saw Foster going into the defender there who had good position. but that time their defender moving to get the foul call for SVU. So a little bit different there on that play. Great calls by the refs.
Foster checks out. Patterson checks in. Snyder at the line. First one is good. Makes Snyder 2 of 3 from the foul line today. Two for 2 for Schneider.
Taylor Hoops checking in for the Knights.
Now Taylor Hoops checks into the game for the shooter for Schneider. Marcus should be said, we have yet to see Methodist score in the second quarter.
Yeah, SU's defense has been pretty good, and there's also just been some missed opportunities for Methodist. So far this 4 minutes, the perfect storm against Methodist.
Drive in from Peterson, shot from the low elbow, that one falls. First one for Peterson, first one for the Monarchs in the second quarter. .29 is the score. Southern Virginia leads. Hooks. Hook, Patterson. Patterson's drive. Patterson's shot. Just too much on that one. Rebound Hicks. Irizarry. 3-ball. Methodist just can't get the threes to fall. Monarchs have yet to hit a 3 in today's game. 0 of 5.
And they're not taking too many of them. They're being selective with the threes that they take. None of them just going in. They're getting some good open threes, but nothing going in. So yeah.
Thought about it. Gives it to Hicks. Hicks inside. McGoughney. McGoughney's shot. Good work in the post.
And there's no reason for Methodist not to exploit that size and height advantage right there. McGoughney, a real presence down there, 5'11", really should take advantage of that.
Hoops is 3. Knights can't respond with a 3. Turn it back over to the Monarchs. As you mentioned, Rebecca McGoughney, 5'11" senior from Pittsboro, North Carolina. We've seen flashes in today's game. Gets the ball down low, willing to do that work in the post. Just hasn't translated too many points, except on the last trip out.
Yeah, she's 2 of 3 so far in the game. So she's been effective. It's just she just needs more opportunities to get down there.
McGoughney is out. McRae is in at that center spot. Shot goes up from Peterson. Peterson gets her own rebound. Drive in, couldn't find McRae. Instead finds the Knights at another turnover for the Monarchs. Hooks, quick shot for the Knights. That one long, rebound Snyder. Knights work back around. Snyder's 3.
Abby Snyder for 3.
Excellent passing for the Knights, leads to 3 easy points.
Yeah, Abigail Snyder is doing well moving around that arc and putting in the open shots. She's 2 for 2.
Tough defense on the side of Anissa Irizarry. A little bit too tough in the eyes of the official.
Foul call number 22, Anissa Irizarry. Ariana White checking in for the Monarchs.
A couple new faces checking in for the Monarchs, including number 21, Ariana White.
And Kayleen Grumman also checking in.
Sophomore from Oxford, North Carolina, listed as a guard/forward at 5'9". And also number 11, Kayleen Grulon. Grulon playing defense on the ball right now. Snyder's drive. Thought about kicking it to Savoon, instead traveled.
And she almost had a really good play there, but just too much momentum picking up her pivot foot.
Mark, we talked a little bit before the game about Methodist number 11, Kayleen Grulon. Yet to score in today's game, but she's been one of the impact players for Methodist.
Yeah, for sure. She's been an all-around player. She's shot the ball extremely well, better than anyone in the USA South. But SVU is targeted on that and focused on that and realized that that's the big problem that they need to overcome and have done very well at limiting her from burning them on the offensive end.
Only one shot attempt from Goulon. How about this from Peterson? Peterson's drive is good. He gets the steal, gets 2 points.
And Peterson, she's starting to pick up. She was a big reason why Methodist was able to beat SVU last year and as large of a deficit as they did. So her getting started is kind of a huge storyline here to keep a look at.
Rebound goes to McRae. Shot came from Southern Virginia, number 22, Sadie Allred. Drive goes in for Methodist. Pass inside to Goulon. Goulon can't get it to fall. Good, tough defense from SVU. And Hooks driving up the court. Allred's drive, and shot is good. And Allred took out her own teammate, Michaela Patterson, at the end of that one.
So much momentum right there, putting the bucket in. Harmful to your own team.
34-17 is the score. Southern Virginia in control of this game throughout the second quarter. It'll be a foul call inside. Aisha Canty picks up the foul. Eva McRae drawing the foul. You might have heard under mics at home the voice of head coach Cheryl McNair of Methodist Monarchs. McNair in the 8th season at the helm of the Monarchs women's basketball program, giving McRae some advice down low. McRae has it guarded by Patterson. Peterson met by Allred. Canty. Canty's on defense. Drive goes in. Rebound McRae. Second one won't fall to McRae. The shot was put out by Monarchs number 24, Hannah Evans. Evans, a senior from Hollister, North Carolina, yet to score in today's game.
And that's just been indicative of the Monarchs' day so far. Some great offensive rebounding, some great shots inside, but combined with good SVU positioning and just the shots not falling, nothing going for the Monarchs.
Allred's 3. That one wide. And they'll call it offensive 3 seconds against Southern Virginia. Too much time down low. 106 left to go here in the first half. 34-17 the score. Goulon with the ball. Goulon guarded by Norton of the Knights. Evans. Good offensive work. Evans got a shot. That one too strong. Rebound Canty and the Knights. Norton's 3. That one falls.
And Norton for 3.
And that was a great drive set up there by Canty to get the defense to collapse. Great offensive possession for the Knights.
Southern Virginia has seemingly lifted the lid from beyond the arc so far today. Allred guarding Peterson. Peterson's drive and shot, heaves that one up. No foul called, pick up by Goulon. Bouncing around, final 10 seconds, Southern Virginia thinking about it. Allred not afraid to take that shot, she does. That one falls.
Allred! And that's the half. Your Knights lead 39-17.
Picks
up a 39-17 lead over top of the Monarchs.
Yeah, and that puts them at 8 of 15 for shooting in that second quarter. 21 points put up in the quarter, and not much better you can do there. Absolutely dominant in that second quarter. Especially the key that I really like to see here, 3 of 8 from three-point land. That is huge. SVU, like we talked about earlier, is only shooting 19% so far on the season. So that 3 of 8 is huge to go in this game.
Well, whatever head coach Lynette Schroeder of the Southern Virginia Knights told her team at the end of the first quarter, it has seemingly stuck and it seemed to work. as indicative of the score, 39-17 here at the end of the first half. Mark, I'm not going to ask you to be head coach of Lynette Schroeder. She seems to know exactly what she needs to do. Let's talk about head coach Cheryl McNair of Methodist. Put yourself in Coach McNair's shoes. Your team's down, big deficit so far today. What are you telling them in this halftime break?
I'm definitely telling my team to keep doing what they're doing. The deficit's huge, but they're getting shots inside. So I definitely keep focusing on that. They're turning the corner, getting around SVU defenders. One thing I would have them change is to make that extra pass. Instead of taking it yourself, maybe as you drive and you get everyone to collapse on you, try and find an outside shooter or another inside presence. So making that extra pass, it would be huge for Methodist. But otherwise, just keep going. You're faster than this SVU team, it seems like, from this first half performance. Rely on that, get the defense to collapse, and then get it to the open person there.
I like the inside mark. Just some stats to kind of talk about exactly what you were saying. Methodist shooting 8 of 32 from the field. That's only 25%. Yet to hit a 3 in today's game. They're 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. We'll take a break here for halftime. We'll bring you back to the start of the action here. The second half, 39-17, Southern Virginia leading.
Okay, you guys, we're gonna have a little halftime contest right now between Hank, Sam, and Gary. First one to make a layup, a free throw, and a three-pointer will be our winner. You don't have to make them in a row. After you make a layup, you move to the free throw. As soon as you make a free throw, you hit a three, you win. What? Yeah, it's free for all. Go nuts. Ready, set, go! Maybe we should have picked different contestants. Never mind, they're proving me wrong. Oh! Sam Cantlin for the win. Oh. Garrett for the win. Hey!
welcome you back to Southern Virginia University as our coverage of SVU women's basketball continues. Southern Virginia currently with a 39-17 lead over top of the Monarchs of Methodist. A little bit of different thing for you here today. Chris Lyles will bring you all the action with Mark Duffin. We are joined by Dean of Students, Nick Roberts, here at Southern Virginia. Nick, pretty good game we're watching so far today.
It's been a great game so far. The girls are playing with a lot of good energy, and they're looking good this first half.
Nick, we had a lot of time to talk during that halftime break, and we had a couple points that we were really excited about as we were talking to as well. We always talk about, and especially in Division III, the concept of student athletes, and you see students in your day-to-day. What's that been like here at SVU?
Yeah, it's a unique experience that a lot of our students share throughout our campus. Close to 70% of our students are athletes as well, and they share that dual role where they take care of business in the classroom, but then also they love their sports. They're athletes, and they excel at a high level in the classroom, but then also on the courts in the field. So it's a really awesome experience for them. It's an awesome experience for our school, and we love supporting them as well.
And just kind of play off that point, love supporting them. It's almost Thanksgiving break here in the next couple of days, and there's students still in the stands. Southern Virginia sports has always just been a big part of the culture.
That's right, and our students love to support each other. Like you said, it's Thanksgiving break. We've got a pretty good packed stand right now with students and parents here watching the game. You know, you don't get that at a lot of other schools, so it is very advantageous to come here and get a part of that culture here.
Turn our eyes back to this game. Savoon and the Knights with it, working it around. Tough defense by Methodist. They'll get it to Foster inside. Southern Virginia final 10 on the shot clock. Kempler has it.
That's a good pass.
Snyder's three. That one just off, but picked up by the Monarchs. And Nick, again, as we're talking about the sports, you've had a really good opportunity to work with this women's basketball program.
Yeah, that's right. I've helped be a part of the team, being a scout team, but then also just giving some pointers to girls, making sure that they're understanding, you know, how they can take care of business on the court and off the court with their schoolwork and things like that. So it's always good to be involved, and a lot of our students find that opportunity to support in other ways, even if they're not a part of the team, which is great.
And something I can say, having been around this campus for a little bit, sports, there's so many opportunities to do whatever you want here at SVU. You talk to your dean of students, and you're working with the women's basketball program.
That's right. You know, and you know, as a small school, you get those opportunities to just kind of see who needs help, and all you have to do is ask. Opportunities open up, and you find yourself being able to be a part of something that you didn't think you'd be able to. So that's really good.
All right, Nick, well, we thank you for your time. Before you get out of here, I have to ask, this being the Thanksgiving season, favorite Thanksgiving dish is?
Ooh, homemade rolls.
Homemade rolls. Well,
have to be homemade rolls.
The man's spoken. Nick, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by our broadcast.
Yes, sir.
Southern Virginia works it around. That one goes out of bounds, and with Dean of Students Nick Roberts making his way off, we reintroduce the always famous Mark Duffin. Mark, welcome back.
Thank you. It was nice to be able to watch basketball for a minute 24 and not have to talk about it.
Mark, we were talking about the opportunities that all the Southern Virginia students have to just be a part of something. There's anything you can imagine here on campus that you want to be a part of, you can, and I know you have a unique experience with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming into this semester of school, I really wanted to be a part of the basketball team. Obviously, I'm really short and not good at basketball, so I couldn't be a player, but I was given the opportunity to help manage with the team and just be a part of the environment, and it's been really fun. And most schools, I don't think I'd be able to do that, just because there's too many people who want to do that. But here at SVU, there's opportunities abound for everyone who wants to do something.
University is absolutely a special place, and that's one of the things I believe that makes it so special, the opportunity to just be a part of something that you maybe never had a chance to do in the first place. 39-19 is the score. Snyder at the line. We've seen a couple of trips for Abigail Snyder so far at the charity stripe.
Yeah, she's been extremely effective at getting inside the paint and drawing contact. And she's also been effective at putting in those free throws. Had to go quiet there so I don't mess up the mojo. But she's been an extremely good player for SVU. She's definitely the leading scorer. She has 15 points on the day already.
15 points for Snyder, 5 of 6 from the charity stripe as well. Drive goes in for Peterson. And Now we'll get to see the Monarchs offense work it around. He'll look inside. McGockney, strong move. Foul is called.
Foul call on Abby Snyder.
It'll go against Southern Virginia's Abigail Snyder. Just a strong move inside from Rebecca McGockney.
Yeah, absolutely. She has established her presence before in this game, and so right there getting some free throws on Snyder.
First one falls for McGockney. 5 points on the day for the senior center. Keep it at 5, that one off the back iron. Rebound is picked up by Snyder. It'll be really interesting to see, Mark, if Southern Virginia can pick up where they left off with that phenomenal second quarter they put together.
Yeah, they've kind of struggled to get some layups to go in so far. Some really good defense being played by Methodist to disrupt that. And obviously that whole second quarter was built off the first quarter of getting inside and constantly attacking, which caused Methodist to have to collapse and SU getting 3 3-pointers in the second quarter.
Fade away from a post. That one falls for Kylie Hicks. Hicks has 5 points in today's game. Savoon guarded strong by Irizarry. Give it up to Snyder. Inside to Kempler. The junior up and over with the left hand. That one no good. Rebound falls to Hicks.
Right there, SU's pushing it inside, but some just great defensive presence. These layups not going in.
Rebound picked up by Savoon. Kempler inside again. Has to kick it out. They'll call a travel on Ruth Kempler. The Southern Virginia was working inside there at the end of the second quarter.
Haley Page.
Like I said, just strong interior defense coming right now from the Methodist Monarchs.
Absolutely, and they're taking advantage of the other side. On the other side, already 6 points scored for Methodist. Obviously, a long way to go to get back into this, but they're doing what they need to here to open this third quarter to make that happen.
Kevin Morton checking in for the Knights.
Maria Savoon will take it up for SVU, inbounded by Snyder. Savoon, junior guard from Cary, North Carolina. So not too far from home here in Buena Vista, only about a 3-hour drive here to the Triangle. That's about as far as Methodist came as well. Savoon was driving inside, good defensive work inside by Melissa DeOlio.
And you can see SVU kind of trying to force it in the paint because of how successful they were in the first half. But Methodist really adjusting well defensively to not let that happen.
Good defensive work. DeOlio. That one goes in.
The bank is open!
And with that three, Abigail Snyder came running straight to us. It didn't look like she had high hopes for that shot.
No, you could definitely see on her face that she did not expect that one to go in. It was like embarrassed that it went in, but also happy, of course, that she just put 3 more points up on the board.
Well, either way, Abigail Snyder leads all scorers, 18 points today. First shot of the day for Tori Coleman. That one falls. Tori Coleman, freshman from Bailey, North Carolina. Southern Virginia turns it over, gives it back to Methodist.
Kaylee Grumman checking in for the Monarchs.
Pass inside. Good pass from the freshman. Finds Grulon.
Right there, you just had Abigail Snyder playing too much on the man defense. Got an easy cut right there and a good pass.
Savoon thought about it. Looks inside for Page. That one almost went in by itself. turnover SVU. Methodist picks it back up. Irizarry now. Grulon guarded by Snyder. Driving Grulon, pop shot, that one falls. So a good stretch of offensive plays for Methodist. Cuts to the deficit and forces Lynette Schroeder to call timeout.
I mean, it's a clear reason why you need to call timeout. Methodist has put up 11 points so far in this quarter, SVU only 5. And while obviously your lead is still sizable, if you let, basketball is a game of segments. And if you keep losing segments, eventually Methodist is going to fight their way back into this. So Coach Schroeder absolutely trying to get her team back in, win the next minute, win the next 2 minutes, some segments, so that way you can stop this momentum that Methodist is building.
Should be noted here, Methodist with 11 points in the third quarter, only scored 6 in the entirety of the second quarter. So definitely something said by Cheryl McNair, whether changing the game plan or just lighting a fire underneath her players. They somehow, at least for the time being, have started to play like they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely, and there's been 2 things. First, on the offensive side, they've made those shots inside. They've made those good shots. They've gotten some good kickouts to pops there in the mid-range, and that's what's caused them offensively to get back in this game. Defensively, they are locking down the paint. SVU is not being able to get any easy shots whatsoever in the paint. So those are the 2 things that Methodist is doing that is leading to this third quarter push right here. The full court press doesn't help. It's already caused 2 turnovers so far. Make that 3.
3 and an easy 2 points for Hicks. It's 30-44, 14-point lead for the Knights, but Methodist lighting the fires of comeback. Hoops with it. Another turnover for the Knights. That's something that plagued them early in the year. We started to see it quell. 3-pointer, that one too strong. Offensive rebound, Grulon can't get the second chance points to fall. It will stay with Methodist.
And SVU on the defensive boards just looks a little lackluster. Not a lot of grabbing, but a lot of tipping, allowing Methodist to just take that ball back.
It's hard to pinpoint one thing that Methodist has just done to get back in this game. They have played extremely well in the opening minutes here of the second half.
Yeah, that full court press, we talked about what they did on the offensive and defensive side, but that full court press, which is kind of the in-between of offense and defense, has been very good. SVU has not been able to pass out of it and find ways around it. SVU's decision-making has also been a little bit slow there, maybe getting comfortable with the lead, with leading to some errant passes to easy interceptions for Methodist, but they are taking advantage. They're taking those turnovers and turning them into points. Turnover point, and that's the key, is that whenever SVU turned it over in the first half, they responded with great defense, which usually led to a Methodist miss. They took the ball back. Not the case so far here in this third quarter.
For Southern Virginia, still with a 14-point lead, 44-30. So plenty of a buffer zone to get that game played back. You would just hate to see Southern Virginia give more points up than they need to with 3:54 left to go here in the third quarter. Methodist will inbound, and it will be Irizarry, guarded by Savoon. Freshman has it at the point, guarded by Haley Page. 3 ball, top of the key, that one off. Rebound, Grulon doesn't get the shot, gets the foul instead. Send Kaylin Grulon to the line to shoot 2.
Right there again, just right off the miss, offensive rebound. That is one thing that Methodist has done very well today, is get those offensive boards. If we look here, they already have 11 so far in the game today.
Grulon's first shot is no good. Foul line not been the strong suit so far for Methodist, shooting under 50% right now. Second shot goes in, however. Pass was looked inside for Newman, tipped away by Methodist. Savoon drives in. Page. That shot just off. Southern Virginia not able to get a lot to fall here in the third quarter, but they still lead 44-31. Grulon playing fast, does Methodist, not able to get it to fall. Turn it back over to the Knights.
So really quick pace there for both teams, really trying to push Methodist their advantage so far in the game. SVU trying to beat this full court press.
Just about to say, this press has forced fast play on the offensive side for the Knights. How about Methodist? They've been no stranger to playing fast either here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're running it, they're getting whatever they want off the turnovers, and they're trying to create opportunities like those turnovers where you're passing it ahead, getting easy buckets in the paint. Great job by Methodist, but SVU showing some life here since that last timeout, showing some more defensive prowess and getting out of that full court press without turning over the ball.
Kempler's at the line. Foul call goes against Methodist, their second team foul here in the second half. Kempler so far today, 2 of 4 from the field, and 2 of 3 from the foul line. 6 points on the afternoon for the junior Ruth Kempler. McGoughney inside, good defense by Kempler. Good defense on the outside as well by Newman. Southern Virginia swarming. Quick shot is forced. No good. Excellent defensive stand by SVU.
Yeah, they really did the job of keeping their arms out and staying in front of their respective players they were defending.
3 seconds is called against the Knights. Looks like it'll go against Aisha Foster. Irizarry brings it up the court. Shot goes up from Grulon. That one falls.
And that's a huge shot there from Grulon. That's Methodist's first three-pointer of the day. That could be a huge thing if that gets going.
Southern Virginia obviously will now have to worry about the three-point shooting of Grulon and the Monarchs. Savoon thought about it, takes the easier shot inside, doesn't get the floater to fall. 34-46, Methodist looked to play fast just over top of the head of Kayleen Grulon. Now something should be noted, Grulon listed as a guard/forward, only a freshman on this team.
Which is pretty incredible considering how effective she's been so far in this season. Definitely a bright future ahead for this Methodist team.
Good pass inside, Foster to Kempler. Kempler's shot's no good, she'll go to the line.
And it looked like right at the end there, the Methodist defender just got right under her shooting motion, not letting her land well.
Ruth Kempler to the line, shooting 2.
First shot for Kempler is good. Something funny about the Southern Virginia faithful. Obviously, the barn, as it's called here at SVU, can get extremely loud, but on free throws for the Knights, you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah, they are a very unified crowd. They know what their team needs and gives it to them accordingly.
Not a bad shot from the other freshman, Tori Coleman. Doesn't lead to points. And Southern Virginia gets it on the other end. Newman's shot. That one just off. Rebound, Foster, putback for Aisha Foster.
And that was some really quick decision making there from Aisha Foster. Not an easy shot. It was open. It was an open layup, but coming off that rebound, going under your defender, then getting it up and in. A very difficult shot, putting it in and putting it in well. Good job there from Aisha Foster.
Foster now with 8 points in today's game. Foster also with 3 rebounds and 1 steal for the junior from Knightdale, North Carolina. McGoughney over to Coleman. Coleman looked inside for Grulon. Goes off a hand, stays with the Monarchs.
SVU, another great defensive possession here. They've really started to focus in after a poor 5-6 minute start here to this third quarter. Their defense is getting back up to the level it was in the first half.
Well, Snyder makes her way off. In for the Knights, number 22, Sadie Allred, junior from Arizona. Waning seconds. Shot goes up. Shot clock violation as that one did not hit the rim. That's the second time we've seen that so far today from the Monarchs.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate timing. SVU's had their share of air balls here today in this game, but none coming at a time like that at the end of the shot clock.
Nice play fast. Foster, the Hepler. That's just good fast break basketball from the Knights.
And you can just see SVU figuring out this full court press now.
Step back three is no good. Rebound Kempler. Newman wasting no time. Allred not afraid to shoot. That one just a little bit short. And they'll say the ball went off of a Knight. It'll be with the Monarchs. Coleman inbounding. Irizarry now, guarded by Canty. Taken away by Newman. Foul on the end of it will go against Grulon. Tough foul as well, sends Newman to the line.
And right there, that is a key part of being really good and to great at basketball, is being able to change your pace. One of the things that Coach Ballstead of the men's basketball team always says, that I can guard the fastest guy if he only goes one speed. And right there, Newman showing that she can change her speed to get the contact and get good shots.
Of course, that men's basketball team making their home opener. That'll be tomorrow. They'll face off for one of two games here at Knight Arena. Women's basketball team facing off. And the men's basketball team will follow suit. Newman goes 2 for 2. She's 2 of 2 today.
At the end of the third quarter, your Knights
14 of 16 on the year for charity stripe. So at the end of the third quarter, Southern Virginia 54, Methodist 34. Opening parts of that third quarter, Methodist was surging. Southern Virginia able to quell that pressure toward the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And Methodist to open the quarter was coming out focused. They were not happy with how they themselves played during that first half. Their defense was on point, perfect positioning, and their offense was moving the ball in, getting the shots inside, getting good pops out in the mid-range. SVU's defense was looking a little bit lackluster and just nothing going in on the offensive side. After that second timeout by Coach Schroeder, though, SVU's defense really started to pick it up, and they started figuring out how to attack that full court press that Methodist was going at them against, which led to some fast break opportunities, some 2v1 opportunities as Methodist collapsed in the front, in the backcourt. So overall, you like to see SVU overcoming that adversity when not everything is going their way, to refocus and say, okay, we're struggling on defense, let's get good on defense, and that'll click everything into place for us to keep up our big lead.
Well, that's what always separates the good teams from the great teams, the ability to play on the fly and change at a moment's notice. Southern Virginia so far doing an excellent job of changing up their strategy midway through the game.
Absolutely, and a huge part of this has been Abigail Snyder with her scoring and her effectiveness. Snyder is 3 of 4 from 3. She's 5 of 6 from the line and 5 of 7 total in the game, shooting 71.4%. That has been huge for this SVU team as she's put up her 18 points on extreme efficiency.
Should also be noted that Abigail Snyder only 1 rebound away from hitting a double-double today. Has 9 rebounds on the game, 18 points and 4 assists to boot. An overall stellar performance so far from Snyder. Hicks drives, passes it to Grulon. Grulon inside. Gets 2 and the foul. Sent to the line for 1 more.
And SVU's defense, they're swarming trying to get it. And so when you have 3 Knights coming from all different directions, one of them's bound to hit the wrong way.
Grulon 1 of 2 from the foul line today. Second trip, that one falls. Make it 2 of 3. for the freshman from New York. Allred and the Knights looking to beat the press. Got to get across the line. Canty able to get it to Allred. Southern Virginia can set up the half-court offense.
I'll call the for 7.
Newman with it, guarded by Peterson. Kempler thought about it. Drive by Kempler. Left-hand effort is good.
Kempler!
And I think we mentioned this, we talked about this in the Randolph game as well, but Kempler does really good at positioning herself in the paint with those jump stops and those movements to get those backhand finishes. It's really amazing to watch as she works in the paint.
Newman guards Grulon. Has to give it away. McGoughney now guarded by Kempler. Kempler with the stuff. Second chance effort though goes to McGoughney.
That's just a great example of never giving up on a play. McGoughney really showing her presence there inside, despite Kempler also showing her presence inside.
Staying with the play leads to a good 2 points from Rebecca McGoughney.
Ruth Kempler to the line, shooting 2.
McGoughney so far today, 7 points on the afternoon. Four rebounds as well for the senior from Pittsboro, North Carolina. Kempler's second shot is no good, rebounded by Hicks. Peterson's drive, kicks it back out. Hicks shot. That one from the foul line, that one is good. Cuts the SVU lead to 16. Look for Kempler, just too far. Allred has it. Canty. Kempler called for it, see what she can do now. Kicks it out to Allred for the 3. That one just ringing out. Good pass, good shot by SVU. Just not able to get it to fall. Now here comes D'Aleo. And that shot just went a little bit wild off the hands of D'Aleo.
And that was a great job by Newman. She was behind Begot in front, not letting the shot get ahead of her. Great positioning there. And due to her height right there, obviously forcing the shot to go wild because you can't just shoot straight through that height that Addison Newman has.
Southern Virginia now, or the media timeout is upon us. They lead 57-41, 16-point lead for the Knights. And Mark, you compare this quarter, just the opening couple of minutes of this quarter, to that third quarter. What are the differences we've seen from both these teams?
Methodist is trying to stick with what worked in the third quarter. They're trying to stick with that full court press. They're pressuring down low, trying to cut off the paint. SVU, though, being a little bit smarter with their layups, being more precise with their movements, which is leading to contact and free trips to the free throw line. And they're not getting caught up in that full court press. They're not giving up turnovers. They're picking up right where they left off at the end of the third, passing through it, getting good opportunities, especially 2v1 opportunities on the offensive end. And I think the key for SVU defensively throughout this whole game is that they've been limiting the main producers for Methodist. They've allowed some good players to get some good buckets, namely number 23 Hicks and number 41 McGoughney. But the main players for Methodist, where you have D'Aleo and you have Peterson and you have Grulon, have all had poor shooting nights because of the defense SVU's thrown at them. So I think that's what SVU's game plan has been today, is focus on those who are the main scorers, and we can let the rest of them beat us. And they haven't yet.
Methodist so far in this game, with 7:30 and counting down left to go in the fourth quarter, has yet to have a player score double digits, though we have a couple players knocking on the door. Haley Page flings the door wide open. Easy 2 for the Knights.
That was just a great drive, great movement, all you want from a player there.
Back to our previous point, no player for Methodist in double digits. except for now. Had a couple players at 9, Grulon being one of them, Hicks being the other. Grulon now with 11. Newman gives it out to Snyder. Stretch pass to Snyder, not able to get the shot to fall, picks up a rebound, picks up the double-double, and 2 more points.
And that was a great play there from Haley Page, poking it back to Abigail Snyder to get her the easy 2.
Abigail Snyder now with a 20 and 10 night. 20 points, 10 rebounds. For the junior from Rocky Ford, Colorado. Shot from Grulon, that one off the back iron, rebound Page. Page has 3 rebounds on the day. Newman thought about it. Savoon drives in. Savoon to Page. Page for 2 and 1.
Page and 1.
And that's a great play from Maria Savoon right there. Probably had an open layup as she kept going, but got the for sure open layup there for Haley Page.
Page will be sent to the line for the and 1 opportunity. Page stays perfect from the line. 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Grulon out. Serenity Webb in. Serenity Webb senior. Standing a 5 for 3 from Kannapolis, North Carolina. Kannapolis, of course, known the famous home. Everyone, of course, knows this, Mark. The home of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I understood that for sure.
Methodist working the ball around. Hicks gives it to Peterson. Back into Hicks. Hicks with a shot. That one just off. Rebound. Fought for by Hicks. Picked up by Snyder. Her 11th. Savoon to Page. Page working inside. Too strong on the finish. A bit of back and forth from both of these teams.
Yeah, Methodist last-ditch effort push right here, and SVU not letting that happen.
Peterson's shot, that one's good.
Jillian Peterson for 3.
With a shot from Peterson, 10 points for the senior from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Stretch pass, Kempler. Snyder's 3. That one just off. Good pass from Kempler. Southern Virginia, though they lead, still only shooting 4 of 16 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, that second quarter's feeling very far away.
I guess the refreshing thing is for these Knights, it's not live and die by the 3-point line. They found ways, successful ways, of getting the ball inside and getting points from other areas.
Absolutely. They found their stride in terms of passing, cutting, and just the bigs going crazy down low. Those three factors have really combined into a great inside presence for SVU in this game.
Shot goes up from Norton. That
And Norton for 3.
We just talked about the 3-point struggles for SVU. Apparently Norton didn't get the memo. 67-46. Pass inside, look for McGockney. McGockney strong move, strong finish.
Rebecca McGockney for 2.
And right there, McGockney has definitely been a bright spot for this Methodist team, really taking advantage of the opportunities that she's been given.
Norton couldn't get the second one to fall, had a good chance at it. Snyder with another rebound and another chance to go to the line.
Yeah, Snyder's active hands there. I'm not sure if that'll go down as an offensive rebound or as a steal. Either way, Snyder's active hands leading to 2 more free throw attempts.
We'll get the exact call as to whether it goes down as an offensive rebound. It will go down as an offensive rebound. So right now for Snyder, 20 points, 12 rebounds. Make it 21. Snyder 6 of 7 from the foul line today. Make it 7 of 8. Snyder checks out of the game. Floating shot somehow finds its mark from Peterson. I guess that's something we've seen from Peterson all game. Wild shots on good drives inside. Foster with a sky hook. That one's
Foster!
My goodness. I mean, some circus shots coming from both sides, both from Foster and from Peterson.
Post moves inside by Foster. Extend the night lead to 21. Peterson drives. Met strongly by Foster. Gets it to fall. Somehow.
I mean, we're 3 of 3 right now on circus shots in the last 3 possessions, so both teams really getting the shot making prowess to go in.
It'll send Peterson to the line on what we can only call the just you throw it up portion of this game. Peterson to the line. 3:12 left to go. Southern Virginia leading. 71-53. Norton's three. That one off the back iron. Rebound SVU already. Savoon wants a crack at it. That one just off again. Southern Virginia can't get another offensive rebound. Instead, Irizarry picks it up. Monarchs inside. McGoughney. Swipe that twice. Foster with a denial. Team somehow playing faster in the fourth quarter. Norton was open. Why not take it? That one off. Offensive rebound. Foster. Allred has it. Final 10 seconds of the shot clock, heaved up by Allred. Just too strong on the three-point attempt from Sadie Allred. Mark 2 minutes left to go here in this game. Neither team resting on their laurels, picking up intensity late into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and what's interesting from SVU's perspective, they're shooting a lot of threes here at the end of the fourth quarter. Right there. 7 attempts for SVU so far in this quarter. So really interesting as they're feeling a bit more comfortable with the game coming to a close and this big lead. They're really trying to get that three-point shot going, which as a team has been a little bit stagnant so far on the season.
McGoughney to the line, shooting 2.
McGoughney's first shot. That one off. Something to be said about Abigail Snyder. Has already tied her career high for rebounds in a game with 12. Only a few points shy of breaking her career high in points a game. She sits at 22 right now. Needs 24 to break it and tie it. Shot too strong from Patterson. We saw a platoon swap for head coach Lynette Schroeder. A lot of new faces in for the Southern Virginia squad. The name was new faces now. Number 33 is into the game. Senior Madison Staples from Hurricane, Utah.
Caleb Patterson.
Joined by number 23, Maya Foster, freshman from Knightdale, North Carolina.
Shooting 2.
You gotta be careful there, Chris. It's pronounced Hurricane.
You know what? I've never been to Utah, so I'll take a mulligan on that one. Hurricane, Utah, not Hurricane, Utah. Tune in next Saturday to watch the Miami Hurricanes. Second shot, just off. Another new face in for the Knights that we did not mention. That's number 12, Emma Openshaw, freshman from, and I know the name of this one, Provo, Utah. Taken away by the Knights. Both teams fighting for it. Methodist has it. Timeout is called. 1:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Southern Virginia looks to be taking this game home with them with a second straight home win, this time against the Methodist Monarchs. course, we should let you know at the end of this game, we'll be coming to you with some interviews with head coach Lynette Schroeder, and hopefully we can get a hold of player of the game in our eyes, Abigail Snyder.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to ask them about this game and about the upcoming parts of the season, see what they can do to keep up this momentum.
Passing by Rebecca McLaughlin.
Foul call on the play. It'll stay here.
Foul call on Rebecca McLaughlin, her fourth.
Foul call will go against Rebecca McGockney. Fourth
Yeah,
foul of the afternoon for the
shooting
senior.
2.
It'll send Patterson to the line to shoot a couple of foul shots. Patterson already 1 of 2 for today and make it 2 of 3. And 4 rebounds on the day as well. Mark, as we look ahead for the upcoming schedules for both of these teams, just first look at the upcoming schedules for the Monarchs of Methodist. Of course, today playing against Buena Vista, they'll then travel to Virginia Beach to face off against Regent. 2 straight games against Regent, once at Virginia Beach, once in Fayetteville. Play against the Maroons of Roanoke College, that's in Salem. Then return home to play Salem College in the Riddle Center in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Shot goes up McGockney, that one's good. 32 seconds left to go here in this game. And of course, this Southern Virginia schedule is what's got us really excited. 4 straight home games, this being the first of 4. They'll then face off tomorrow against Methodist. They'll face off against Stevenson University. 3-point for Canty, that one off. And of course, the captains of CNU march their way to Buena Vista Wednesday, December 4th. That's a must-watch game here in BV.
Yeah, it'll be very exciting. You don't get a 4-game homestand much in the schedule, so having that, especially with some out-of-conference opponents, especially a really good Christopher Newport team, that'll be a fun homestand. Teach us a lot about this SVU team.
Stepped out of bounds did Foster. 72-59. Methodist is able to chip their way back into this game, but it looks like it will be SVU taking home the win, improving to 3-2 on the season. Methodist falling to 0-4 in the 2024 campaign. Still defense to be played. Neither team just letting this go. Irizarry outside to Evans. Guarded by Staples. Evans' shot is off. Rebound SVU and Foster, and Southern Virginia wins.
Final score, Monarchs 59, your Knights.
And this one got pretty close at times, where Methodist was really pushing ahead and forcing their dominance inside, especially there at the end of the 4th and in the beginning of the 3rd quarter. But overall, SVU just finding the holes in the defense, passing them through, get some just really good shots, some really good layups, which usually is the heavy 3-point shooting team we saw there in the 4th quarter. But other than that, SVU really finding an offensive identity there that is different from what they've been doing so far in the season.
An excellent showing from SVU. We're not going anywhere. We are going to take a small break, but please stay with us as we come back and out of that break with head coach Lynette Schroeder and Abigail Snyder of the Southern Virginia Knights. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome back from our small break. We're here with Abigail Steiner, the star of today's game. Abby, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you too.
So, Abby, a double-double today, just an incredible performance right off the bat. How were you feeling? What was leading to this performance today?
Yeah, so actually last season was fueling me for this performance. Last time we played them it was at their house and we lost by like 20. And then we never got a rematch, so we never got a revenge. So that was like all week leading up to it. I was like, this is revenge. Like, today's going to be the day. So that was just my mindset. I was just going to come out, have fun with my teammates, and see what we can do.
Absolutely. And during that game, Methodist went on some runs there, especially there at the in the third quarter to come out of the half. What did you and your team do to keep that run from getting out of hand?
Yeah, I think that we just came together. We were like, all right, this is our team, and we always start on defense. And so we were like, let's just get a stop and focus on defense, and then the rest will follow.
Perfect. It was awesome to watch here. I have the best seats in the house, so it's great.
Yeah.
One last question before I let you go and celebrate with your team. How do you become one of the leaders on this basketball team for SVU? How do you see the rest of the season going, and what can you as a team do to improve and keep this momentum going?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of potential to have a really good season. We have a hard non-conference schedule, but that only makes us better, and we're excited for those games. And honestly, looking at the rest of our season, we can go undefeated. So it's just up to us to be able to come in every day and work hard and do that. And we just need to go back, watch film, look at our weaknesses, see where we can improve, and then up to us every day to go into practice wanting to get better each day.
Absolutely. I love the confidence, especially with a number 9 ranked team, Christopher Newport University, coming up in just a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, we're excited.
It'll be cool to see. All right, well, thank you so much, Abby. We really appreciate it. Great game today, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, and stay tuned. We should be having Coach Schroeder come in. Again, SVU winning today 72-59 over Methodist University. All right, and here we have Coach Schroeder. Coach, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. It's nice to get a conference win, especially this early in the season.
Absolutely. So, Coach, there was a lot of good things there, a lot of stuff that could work on. What are those things for you? The good stuff that you want to keep going, and the stuff that needs to be improved?
I think our effort's always there. We're always looking to work hard. I think we did a good job at pushing transition when we had it. We definitely need to improve on just controlling our possessions and making sure we take care of the ball and limiting our turnovers.
Absolutely. We saw there in a little bit of beginning with Ruth Kempler getting in some foul trouble. How do you think that'll play out with the rest of the USA South going forward?
I think it'll be fine. She usually is pretty good, and we also have, we have a deep bench that we can have come in and alleviate some of the things if she's not able to come in.
Absolutely. We love seeing Haley Page come in step for step, keep that production from that Kempler produces as well.
Right.
Both great players. We love to see it. Coach, before I let you go and celebrate with your team, our next matchup's tomorrow, Meredith College. What are you looking for in that game from your team and also from Meredith College that you worry about in terms of their strengths?
Yeah, I just hope for our team that we can just continue to push this momentum and keep the energy high and continue to run as much as we can in transition. We're definitely going to be looking for their bigs and making sure that we can match them and keep them off the boards because that's what they do well. But yeah, just hopefully we can take this game and run with it through this weekend.
Perfect. That'd be great to start 2-0 in the USA South at the beginning of the season.
Definitely.
But thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah,
we really
absolutely.
appreciate having you on, and great game today. Good luck for the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
All right, and thank you all so much for tuning in here for this SVU women's basketball matchup. Just to talk about some of our leaders here, you had Abigail Snyder, of course, with a double-double, 22 points and 12 rebounds. For Methodist, you had Jillian Peterson with 16 points and Rebecca McGockney with 13 assists. You had Maria Savoon with 8 assists. An excellent passer right there, really falling into her own. Her shot wasn't falling, but she found her role in the offense and made it work. And of course, you had, for Methodist, for steals, you had Aniza Irizarry with 3 steals. And on SVU, you had Maria Savoon, Addison Newman, and Asia Canty with 2 each. So a great game overall. SVU really coming into their own, taking the first game in the USA South. Just for today, at least, they'll be atop of the conference by themselves, no one else, 1-0. They'll be back tomorrow against Meredith University. We heard Coach Schroeder talk about how they really need to be focusing on those rebounds against Meredith tomorrow. We hope to have you there on the broadcast tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in to this SVU USA South matchup, and we hope to see you tomorrow.